Ever since the day that you went away, you went away.
Hi everyone, my name is Andra and I make mostly commentary videos. Today's video is just gonna be a short PSA on what you can do to help with the protests that are going on in America, as well as any other cause that you may want to support as far as minorities and injustices and oppressions go in the world. For example, I am a big supporter of Palestine and I have donated frequently for Palestine. I have donated for other Middle Eastern countries such as Syria. I have bought meals for families there. So I do believe that together we can do a lot to change these issues. Obviously, we can tackle the issue at hand, which is Black Lives Matter. But this is a video that applies to every single thing that you might want to help, every single cause that you might want to support. So some of these tips are going to include money, but some of them are going to be free ways for you to help these causes. So if you are short on cash, please do not fret. Some of these tips will work for you, I am sure. So without further ado, the ways that you can support. Number one, donating. Obviously this one will require financial possibilities, and during the pandemic it is very hard for us to be able to donate maybe at the full capacity. In the UK we are getting 80% of our wages through the furlough scheme, but I know in America it's a lot worse than that, so I can understand why donating is not for everyone. But with donating, my tips are to go with companies that prove that they are donating, that show the receipts. Don't donate to individuals unless they have a reputation of being philanthropists or fundraisers. Don't donate through petitions websites, because if you do that, then they take the money doesn't go to those causes. If you want to donate to different YouTubers or live streams or stuff like that, make sure that they promise proof of receipt at the end, because otherwise you don't know what your money is gonna do and where it's going. I know this sounds very obvious and people might be like watching this and be like, why is she saying that? We know. But I have seen it happen at Chris Hansen's live stream with Jeffree Star. People have been donating saying this is for the survivors of dive vanity, but we don't know if that money went to the survivors. I doubt it, because there's been no proof shown in that direction. So just make sure you do your research before you donate. That is the point of this. The second method is petitions or emails. So there are many petitions. I'm going to be leaving the names on the screen so you can Google them, as well as the links in the description. For the Black Lives Matter, obviously there are petitions for other things. So if you care about something else, just obviously search for that, and you can adapt all these tips to different causes. And emails, there is email templates that you can send if you live in America, in which you can request different things. I do know that now the murder of George Floyd has been changed into a second-degree murder, which I think is a lot more fitted. People have been pushing for first degree. I would say don't push for that, because I don't think there is any way for them to prove that it was premeditated. So what would happen if he gets charged for it is, on the trial they would find him innocent and he would walk away free, and you don't want that, do you? So I would say second degree is appropriate in this case. I've talked to people who know more about laws and stuff than me, and they've been saying the same thing. But there are petitions that you can sign. There are people that you can appeal to. I have seen people emailing our Tory representatives here, because we have an amazing Tory government in England, but they haven't really received much help. But they have been emailing, asking for them to recognize the injustice in America and that this is happening in the UK as well. The third method is raising awareness. So this is very obvious. You don't have the money maybe to donate, but someone that you are friends with or someone that follows you on social media might have the money. So your awareness is helping to get other donations, maybe even if it's one person, that's still fine. Post on your stories, create art that, I don't know, I've seen people doing drawings, I've seen people doing paintings, I've seen people writing poetry, making songs in relation to what is happening. Just try to get people to inform themselves on these matters. If you think that by creating art that will be more eye-catching and will get people to stop and watch and maybe learn something new, then do that. The fourth method is GoFundMe. If you have a big platform, open a GoFundMe. If you don't have a big platform, look out on GoFundMe for individuals' cases. For example, with what is happening right now in the United States, there have been some small businesses that were looted and they will need help rebuilding. So GoFundMe is where you're gonna find that. Make sure that it's legit. Make sure that they show some sort of documentation that proves that it was their business and it's not just a scam. But GoFundMe is a lot better if you want to help on a smaller scale. So usually if you donate to a big non-profit, the funds will go onto smaller businesses or smaller individuals that need it, but it won't necessarily go to the people that you care about, because obviously everyone's life is important, but if you have a business that you particularly care about because you have the same category of business and you are sad that their business got destroyed, or if you have a story that particularly appeals to your feelings, then you can just donate to that straight away if that is something that calls out to you in any way, you know. The fifth possibility is to stream artists, and that includes movies, music, everything. If you feel that any minority artist that is maybe particularly underrated and you want to support them financially, just go and listen to their music. Go watch a movie, buy the DVD. Just obviously, I'm not talking about the very rich ones, I'm talking about small artists, because you can be on Spotify as a small artist as well. So that would help people if you don't have the money. It's super easy to do, super quick. And you are already doing it, aren't you? But just try to do it a little bit more often now. Try to listen to the music on YouTube without removing the ads, without ad block. What you can also do, the sixth step, is to buy from sellers who are either donating a percentage to the cause that you want to support. I buy sometimes from Wear the Peace because they donate to Palestine, Syria and other causes, and they have actually added a t-shirt about Black Lives Matter. So I would recommend them. They are trustworthy, they always show proof of what they're doing, and you can either do this or just buy from a seller that is a minority and try to support them during these times. My seventh tip is there are some YouTube videos circulating around which are filled with ads, and apparently all the ad revenue from that is going to Black Lives Matter. I'm gonna be showing you the one that is going around the most. The 8th tip is, if you have a skill that you can monetize on during this time, and if you can donate a percentage of your profits to a cause that you're passionate about, be it Black Lives Matter or something else, then try to do that, because that might entice customers to buy from you. If you do commission art, or if you make handmade jewelry or different, I don't know, desserts or whatever that you can send to people's doors during this time, just say 10% goes to this cause, and then people might be tempted to buy from you, because they will feel like they're getting the service and they're also helping. A lot of people are very greedy when it comes to their own money. They don't want to donate without getting some sort of compensation back. So if you get a product back and some of the money goes to the donation, then you as a person, if you are that kind of person who's a little bit more greedy, you can be satisfied that you're getting something, but at the same time you are helping, even if maybe you don't care that much about that. So that would still be like a good option. The 9th thing is to search within yourselves what issues you have when it comes to this. So for me, growing up in Eastern Europe, we've had a lot of prejudiced people around that are discriminating, especially towards Romani people, and or if you want to call them the G word, we don't really do that because apparently it's a slur, so I'm trying to respect that as much as I can. They are in our society and people are discriminating against them, and we are taught from a very young age that these people are bad, they steal stuff from you, they are abusive to their children, they marry their children at 13 and stuff like that. And that is something that you need to try to make a judgment of yourself. And if you want to stop being prejudiced against these people, it's a fight that you have to have within you. So you might be prejudiced about other groups of people without even realizing. So I would say that is one step towards caring about everyone and having more empathy towards oppressed groups, is to just search your problematic patterns in your behavior maybe. My 10th and last tip is something that I've actually seen online. So I didn't really know about this until I saw it, but it is quite a good idea, and it's called Virtual Protesting 101. And I'm gonna read what it says. Black people do not need reminders that Black Lives Matter. Let's target our posts towards people that need to see and hear it. Time to use the algorithm to our advantage. Continue to post and share the truth behind what is happening. Optimize your posts by using hashtags that are geared towards your desired target audience, also known as the oppressor. Think about where they would virtually hang out. Use these hashtags. Tag their locations, restaurants, stores, clothing, popular foods, artists, and brands. This can be done on any social media platform with a tagging system. So I'm gonna leave the tags on the screen for you for a few seconds. If you are uncomfortable with using your current page, create a different page for protesting. There is no excuse for your silence. Be prepared for some backlash in the comments if your post gets seen by an oppressor. Remember, they are not worth your energy. They saw your post, that is the goal. Do not share images with faces, bodies, or anything identifiable. These images can be used to identify people. In the past, people who have been identified through photos were incarcerated and ended up dead. Make sure you have their consent before posting. Remember to give a warning when posting graphic content. You might be desensitized to the killings of black people, but others are not. Circulation of these images is another form of oppression. Make sure you're not feeding into the tactics of the oppressor by sharing graphic content. So this is something that I haven't really known much about. I've just seen it. I do think it's a good idea, and it applies to what I care about, which is, if you care about Palestine, go protest that on hashtags that are related to Israel. Like, that's a good example that will apply to any cause that you care about. And my bonus tip is care about other issues as well, because you say all lives don't matter until Black Lives Matter, but after, hopefully there is a good resolution to this and there will be more laws related to police brutality and what they can do and what they cannot do. But after this issue gets fixed, we need to try to fix other issues in the world, especially in other countries. In countries that are called third world countries by the people, we need to fix their issues because they cannot. So if we can donate to buy food for those people and do more stuff, that is the only way. If you care about one group of oppressed people, truth is you need to care about more than that. Even though at this time, this is what matters, the Black Lives Matter, but after, what are you gonna do with your life? Because you cannot just do your part in one cause and then after that cause gets solved, hopefully in the future, then you just forget about it. You're like, yeah, I've done enough. Other people can step up and do it. No, it's all of our duties to do something. So please care about other people as well after you have done all you can in your power to fix this and to help the people who are affected by this. Please try to move into another direction and help others maybe. This was today's video. I'm gonna be leaving links for everything relevant that I've discussed in this video in my description box, so please check that out. I have been trying as much as I can to use my voice for something good. I have lost like 100 followers on Instagram for talking about this. I don't care though, because obviously racist people have to go, and I do suggest you do the same. I suggest you fight for the people who need you to fight for them, because they are in a position where they cannot, because it's not safe for them to go protesting alone. So if you are in America, please try to do your best. And obviously even outside of America, we can do a lot of things to help, so don't forget that. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you like this. And I'm gonna be giving a lot more tips, not just related to this, but just related to life in general, because I do feel like it's important when I have an experience in a certain field in life to share it with other people and try to teach them. So I will see you next time. Thank you so much.
Ever since the day that you